day!
Hello.
Greetings.
Today we're starting Ninja Gaiden Souls. We did a little test.
Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Crimson.
Game.
That is my only name.
Sunshine.
I used to go by Keen, but I'm gonna go by Cooper now.
Cooper.
Yeah. It's my YouTube name, Adventurous Cooper. Hey. You gotta work with it, man.
We did a little, get to know the mechanics.
No, you didn't. This is your first time playing. You
Yes,
liar.
that's it. If I block anyone perfectly, it's just, I'm that perfect.
Yeah, huh?
Doing a little kendo on the side without me, huh?
Yes.
We were having some issues with our recording software, so we had to basically walk around and get it fixed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
We only have like 3 headsets, so I'll probably pass mine around back and forth so you can hear it, man. Is that okay?
I mean, as I said, it's not a big deal. Everything is subtitled. Oh yeah, this game not in English. It's entirely in Japanese and it's subtitled.
I also showed probably an instance when I was actually trying to record without the game audio and actually trying to record it on TV. It actually barely came up, so... So, yeah.
I mean, if it works, it works.
So...
That's how you kill a big dude. Crawl all over him.
What are you saying?
I'm saying is that we can actually take off our headphones for the pretty much like the game audio from the TV because, as it turns out, it comes very, very quietly on the microphone. So we actually are pretty good on that department.
Yeah.
We're saying we're gonna climb all over you and stab you in the throat, King. Or Game Lord?
Yeah, Game Lord.
I ain't going by King anymore.
King is gone.
I am now Koopa.
King is dead. He's been slain by Cooper.
The king is dead. Long live the king.
Long live the king!
What I did is I took a hammer, bashed his skull in real fast.
So you bashed your own head in real fast.
No, King is from an alternate dimension.
Alternate dimension, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually the real Slim Shady.
With the real Slim Shady, please stand up.
I can't.
I did!
I can't. My foot hurts.
That's too much of a visual gag.
I can't stand. My foot hurts. So can I raise my arm? Can I raise my hand?
Well, the thing is that they can't see us, so we might as well just give them clarity.
Anyway.
So you killed his parents.
He killed your parents.
That's what I'm saying. He's basically... So your master killed your parents and it took you in to make you into a ninja.
Yes.
Anyway, I did find a way to turn English voices on.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, it's in the menu.
That's cool.
Like as it always is.
Huh.
But...
I've only ever seen it done in Japanese.
That's because hardly anybody ever goes in the opposite view. That's the one thing that kind of pisses me off about people like playing video games is that they forget the option menu.
I switched it over just in case people wanted to hear what they were saying.
In their proper language.
Hear the voices in their head.
No, I just think that the English dub may suck.
Here
No, you
my
just think that the
voice.
English dub may suck, so you're like, no, I ain't having that risk.
Oh man, the English dubbing is terrible.
It's like, fuck this.
But it's not in English.
It's exactly the same as the subtitles, though. Yeah, but subtitles are subtitles. It's different.
That is different. I forgot I can actually increase the... What am I doing? Yeah, that's pretty much what this game is. 5 minutes of cutscene for the opening.
That's the whole game. Cutscene central.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't let's play the cutscene game.
I mean, it's just to get you in the mindset of the character.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it is.
Shinobi.
You are Shinobi Dude.
Yeah, you have no name. So you're just Shinobi.
No, your name is Wolf.
What is that one ninja game? I'm trying to remember a ninja game. Like from back in the day. It was like on the PlayStation and PS2 and Dreamcast. It was also one where you sneak around a lot though.
Ninja Gaiden?
No, it's not Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden's action oriented.
Can you explain it a bit more?
It's 10 something with the name. Hold on, let me pull it up. I think it's Tenshu, I think it's called.
Huh.
We like to play on our phones when we're supposed to be doing the game, so hey.
No, I'm literally fucking trying to actually. Tenchi. No.
And now we play.
No, that's not it.
Kuroro Wolf.
So yeah, you start off at the bottom of the well with very minuscule.
I'm a dolphin.
You had something to say about this mechanic, Cooper?
What mechanic?
The starting with low health.
Oh, the starting with low health. It's just a tutorial section, pretty much. That's all it is. I mean, it's basically like, do not screw up.
You said you wanted to talk about an issue you had with it.
That was with the amnesia plotline.
It was with this too, but...
No, this was not a problem. I was like, this is just for tutorial purposes. No. The whole amnesia thing is just that if it's overdone and it's done the wrong way, I just don't like it when it's done the wrong way.
Yeah.
I just don't like shit like that because it's like a plot device. It's like a plot device. For example,
Oh, by the way, spoilers for a few minutes later. Your character is amnestic.
Yeah, you're the one who actually brought that up, so that's kind of your fault.
No, I brought up the low health. You brought up the amnesia.
I didn't brought up the amnesia. He did.
I brought up the amnesia.
Crimson brought up the amnesia. Of course he did.
Of course you're spoiling the territory. You don't have nowhere to shut up. Ah!
Give me credit for what I do.
That's something I wanted to mention.
Okay, so that's where that woman was.
Yeah. Fall damage is very minuscule in this game.
Okay.
You will take fall damage if you fall from extreme heights, but it has to be very, very high.
This is the game I was talking about. Tenchu. Yeah, it was called Tenchu. Stealth Assassins. That was a ninja game I played back in the day, where it was pretty much that you had to do stealth. It was a stealth game entirely, and it was ninjas. So that's what I was thinking of.
I'm not a big fan of forced stealth myself.
I actually like stealth games when it's like done right though. Like I like Thief when I played it though. So of course you gotta actually like Thief though too.
I don't mind a little bit of stealth in some games. It actually brings something to the story of the game, I believe.
There's good things about it. There's bad things about it.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, can you explain the controls?
Crimson.
You just
You have one job and you fail at it. Failure. Start again.
You have disgraced your family.
Commit Sengoku.
If you find people like this, you can eavesdrop and learn stuff about the bosses.
How do you do it?
Down on the D-pad.
Okay.
They can see on the screen.
I know they can.
It shows prompts.
Okay,
This isn't an old school game where it doesn't show you anything and it's just like, alright, figure it out. It actually shows button prompts.
Oh, it actually gives you a check when you actually do
Yeah,
it.
it puts a check mark on the
Cool.
eavesdrop option once you've done it.
Okay, cool. That's
What are you trying to say over there, Sunshine? That we like playing old school games?
Oh, I do.
Old school games are good.
Yeah, what the fuck
I'm just saying there's a difference between old school games where they don't show, like they don't
show you
ease you
prompts.
into it. They don't show you prompts. They don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, they don't do the tutorials.
And they just sort of drop you into it and expect you to figure it out. But in those
view tower.
in those old school games, you have far fewer buttons to figure out.
And you had a manual too. Unlike
Yeah.
newer games nowadays, they don't come with a manual anymore. So now you have to actually have
The
a
game
manual.
is the manual.
Yeah.
So it's basically mandatory nowadays. So, but back then, they couldn't do that, so they had to put it in a book for you. Plus,
Yeah.
I kind of like that stuff because it tells you a little bit more about the lore too.
Yeah, they usually do.
Oh, by the way, as you can see with the rock formation, take a look at the color. It basically is saying, "Hey, stupid, this is where you gotta go."
It's a common thing in most stealth games where you can hang off a ledge. They do something to denote that this is a special ledge that you can hang on to.
Yeah.
Usually it's some kind of discoloration or a particular shape of crack in the wall.
Yeah, it's based off the shape of colors.
Anyway,
Long story short, it's also like also adventure games do that too.
eavesdropping tells you that there's a hole in the tower over here. It's a way to get a direction to go.
Yeah. So it's a very useful thing to do.
Yes.
And there's like,
And they can also tell you things about bosses and how to beat them, terrain issues, plot.
your master has been reincarnated as a kid.
Yes, this is the wolf's master. He is the dragon heir.
It's been too
And
long.
that doesn't say much about himself personally. It's just a title, which I think is really interesting.
Well then.
He's not a little boy, he's actually a dragon.
That'd be kind of cool. It's like dragging you right on at the end. Yeah!
Raise your head.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you're a little heavy, man. Yeah, we're going down. Yeah. For those that
Your
watch Family,
sword.
for those that watch Family Guy, you'd get it.
Movie.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
In accordance with
I don't think anyone's watched it in a long time.
Probably because the new season sucked.
pledge your life in my service.
Let's not kid ourselves here. Comedy does do that a lot, though. You're going for too long and the comedy just sucks.
Yep. As you command, my little master.
Well,
Woo! I can start killing things.
Loyal wolf.
And then you bow to him to get your heal item.
Give me your Kool-Aid master.
yeah, here's a question. Why do you give me that in the cutscene to start out with? Why do it here? Anyway,
Now then,
it doesn't matter. But I had to make a point. But either way,
do you not remember
drink that Kool-Aid.
No.
Sake?
We'll talk about
No, no, sir, it's actually sake. Sake? What's that? This is Kool-Aid.
No, it's waters from a holy river.
I was making a joke.
I know, and I was just explaining the lore.
I know you were, but you
I
have to...
kind of like the lore on it.
I know.
And you actually, there's a very interesting point where
This is the manual.
They know what a menu is.
It's a menu. Okay, yeah, I'll have a.
And there's an item up here that I hear a lot of people miss.
I thought you didn't know
Uh,
anything about this game.
he doesn't. I do. I've done a lot of research on this game.
I've done very little.
I
I'm
haven't
playing
done-
this blind.
I haven't done any.
Yes, this is a mostly blind playthrough. With me, I did the research so I could have some fun little things to share with you all.
There's a secret. Find the secret passage.
And to avoid spoilers, I am going to wait to discuss most of them until
We get to the point.
we get to that point. However,
Delicious. Delicious banana. I'm gonna keep changing the flavor, damn.
However, I can say, without any spoilers, that I've managed to isolate the era that this game is supposed to be in between the 16th and 17th era of Japan, which is around the Sengoku period.
As I could have figured as well, it's probably in the Sengoku period because let's be realistic here. A lot of the Japanese cultures, when it comes to feudal Japan, tend to gravitate towards that a lot more. You know, it's just popular.
Yeah,
And
it's a very interesting period of time in Japan.
It is, and I can't deny that. And there's a lot of good, well-known figures in that era too.
Anyway, this game's combat style is based heavily around stealth and counterattacks. You're not a very strong dude.
In other words, you're supposed to be agile and stealthy. Plus, there's an instant kill button if you can get it.
When the enemy when you see the red dot flash, it's a critical hit.
Critical, miss. Fuck!
And this is where it teaches the deflection.
Even though you should have learned it first. Oh, first try on this.
You hit the deflect button, and then you hit the attack button. If you do not hit attack, then he breaks out of the critical hit.
It's a counter.
It's based on how late you hit the deflect button.
That is well.
If you hit it directly before you get struck, it immediately breaks their posture, and you take very little poise damage.
Which is what you saw just now.
Yes, but if you wait, if you do it a little bit too early, you take slightly more poise damage, but they take a large quantity of poise damage, which isn't enough to completely open them up to a death blow, but it is quite a large amount. You can see underneath their health bar pops up a orange bar. That is their poise meter. And when it's full, you can do a death blow.
And that was how you fight multiple people in this game.
Yes. Now, coming up is a sort of mini-boss, and mini-bosses are interesting. Where most enemies have, one life.
He has multiple.
Yes, bosses can take multiple death blows.
As you can see on top of the health bar.
Yes. In most situations, you'll be able to open up a fight with a mini-boss, or some bosses I've seen with a sneak attack, which takes down one of their death blow things that you can see just above his health bar.
Also, you probably didn't mention about the bar at the bottom, did you?
The bar at the bottom is your health.
No, not the other one. The one that pops up when you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your poise meter. It looks exactly like the enemy's poise meter, so I thought people would be smart enough to figure that out.
I didn't realize you mentioned that. I was paying attention,
Yeah, if you wait too long to block an attack, you will take heavier poise damage with each second that passes. Mm-hmm. So if you hold up your guard, sure, you'll be safe from the attack, but you'll take a heavy amount of poise damage.
And poise is basically your stamina.
Yes, and if your poise meter fills up, you can be death blowed just like the enemies can. So it's definitely.
It's not always best to hold up your guard.
Yeah,
but
sometimes
this game does also have a dodge mechanic.
Yes, you can also dodge.
Also,
which some attacks are too strong for you to block.
Yeah.
And you have to dodge them.
Also, notice how when he was healing that he only had gotten half health. When he died, he's back to full health. So, do yourselves a favor when you first start out after you get your sword. Kill yourselves!
Yes.
Oh, that's just encouraging. Tell the viewers to kill themselves. Congratulations.
In this portion of the game, you don't suffer any of the usual death penalties
No.
that you would suffer from the rest of the game.
Because it's a tutorial section.
Yes, these enemies don't give experience, so you don't have any experience to lose. And there's an interesting mechanic that affects certain NPCs after you die throughout the normal game, but there aren't any of those NPCs in this area, so it cannot affect anyone here. I will go into more detail about that once we see it.
Alright. Well, you're gonna have to kill these guys regardless because they are blocking your path and you're gonna have to fight that big dude.
I don't have to kill them. But
he wants to.
Does anybody other than me figure if the old school games...
And that's a drop attack.
Yay! You know what I'm saying?
Well, food you too, Crimson.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, does anybody else but me find it a little funny that if Pac-Man or whatever were to come right out of our screens and start talking to us, they would yell so much blood staring at the screen?
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. I was just messing with you.
So much blood.
I didn't even bother with that joke. I can't even say anything. But I did.
Maybe somebody acknowledged me.
Senpai acknowledged me. This is a Japanese game too, so that works.
Nani?
Yeah, you might want to get up when you're on the ground. Apparently, as it demonstrated.
Now, if you had those pellets equipped, you could switch to them and use them.
You already used them.
I already used them?
Yeah.
Oh. Yikes.
Yep, he used them really super early on. Get the death blow.
This guy you're probably going to want to just deflect and then go in for the attack.
Yeah.
Because you can just straight up damage their health normally. You don't have to rely on death blows.
I know.
I'm explaining this to the viewers.
It's easier too, though.
Sometimes you want to rely solely on the death blows because it's easier. Sometimes you just want to whack away at their health while you have the opportunity.
Okay, so yeah, it's basically just more health is what it is. It just looks like
Yep.
more health.
Yes.
So you gotta stun them first, and then you gotta go for the death blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you crouching?
I would like to let everyone know, this game it has a lot of Buddhist iconology and references. So a lot of the things I'm going to be talking about are going to be related to Buddhism.
Yes, Buddhism. Well, obviously, Japanese is more of the Shinto and Buddhist.
Japanese during this era had 3 common religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, and Shintoism, which is their native religion.
Shinto is the native one. Okay.
Shinto is the native one.
Yeah,
yes.
because I know Buddhism is like from, what was it, Nepal?
India.
No, not India.
Not India.
It
was most common in China, from what I've read.
I know it's common in China as well, but I know it came from another place too. I don't know where its origins are though. I know Hinduism is India, or at least close to it. That's gonna bug the shit out of me. It's a little weak.
I thought Buddha was Chinese, wasn't he? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong, but
No, if I remember correctly, and for the viewers that are listening to this, I am sorry if I get it wrong. I believe it was Indian.
no, it's not
Yeah.
Indian. That much I know.
He could be Indian for all I know.
Could.
I've done a lot of research, but
You're not.
I think so.
You're not an expert on it. I get it though.
yeah, I'm not an expert in any situation, but I do a lot of research for these recording sessions.
Which we appreciate, by the way.
Yeah. We're not experts. We don't play one on TV. We just try to be on your YouTube channel, on your local YouTube.
I am actually going to find the correct information here because I know a few good sources. So, give me 1 minute while I figure this out.
That just hurt my throat.
Get up, man. You're gonna get hit. Alright, we're gonna have to call this part right here because as it turns out, we're getting
I'm starting to get a little reckless.
yeah, you're getting a little reckless.
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 Before we close up, Buddhism, the origins of Buddhism came from India.
Yeah.
Northeastern India specifically.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, okay, I was wrong on that then, but I was thinking it was like close to it though. I was like
Well,
either
it
way-
was taken to China pretty quickly through the Silk
It
Road.
is most common in China.
Yes.
Okay, but next time we will, next part we will actually see what Hinduism is from, though. Real quick, though.
Same place.
Probably is. If it's the same place, then why don't I just have one religion, right?
No.
Whatever. Anyway,
I mean,
we'll save it for next time, okay? Alright, we'll see y'all next time, and so as we can continue.
Alvida said.
Over and out.